Thank you ACC wetu, mjane wa our friend Sante, to the widow of our friend and brother Dome, tondu nireo turamwina reo, the children and the entire family, Wamagata family, even the extended family. Kwanza ni anze kwa kusema pole sana kwenyu as a family kwa kuachwa na our good friend Dome. Because we all come here joining you to mourn our brother, your father for the children, and your husband for Mama Lilian, a brother to your brothers, and a child kwa wazazi wake wakiwemo wazazi wengine wa hapa Kinoo ambao wameona Dome growing up as a child and eventually becoming a leader, not just in Kinoo ward, the larger Kinoo ward when he served as a councillor, to the national leader that he became. So niseme tu pole, and sababu nilikuwa nimetumana nyumbani, nilikuwa nimetuma constituency office manager juzi kwenye nyumbani, and I wasn't able to come home to take this opportunity to convey my condolences, those of my family and all the people of Kikuyu constituency at large. Wenye sababu wakati Dome alikuwa chairman wa town council ya Kikuyu, the larger part of Kikuyu constituency as it is today, he served as chair of the council. Na ni mtu anajulikana kwa umaarufu na ushupavu wake na utendakazi wake as a public officer. I want to join our good friend and my predecessor, the party leader of Safina, to plead that we celebrate, even as we mourn, we celebrate the life of General Koome, as we popularly knew him. We celebrate his achievements as a leader, as a political activist, as a human rights activist, and a great hero who came from Kinoo and Kikuyu constituency. And I'll celebrate him because I've known him for a number of years. Those former councillors, Oajane, Bogua, Amaroga Mahaha, who served with Dome, Mogai, Ichungwa, my brother, they served in 1997 to 2002, I think, with Dome in the Kikuyu Town Council. They will all tell you this man that we are laying to rest here today was, as much as Tora Muta General, a very humble and polite gentleman, a gentleman par excellence. Dome would be very aggressive in fighting for justice, in fighting for human rights. But as a human being, he was an extremely humble man. I got to know him when they served with my brother in the town council, and when he was a councillor for the larger Kinoo, which touched parts of Nahare Haito Dogoto. And later, that time I was a university student myself. While at the university, I came to know other people in Kinoo through the friendship of my brother and Dome. Amongst them, the evangelist Kamau Diokanaegoko. Evangelist Kamau then was serving in this church, and I want to agree with my brother Paul Mwita that when the history of this country is written, the place of PCA Kinoo is firmly, has a firm place in the history of our republic, and especially the political transformation of our country. Higo neguo Reverend Timothy Njoya asavaga goko, na Mheshimiwa Paul Mwite ananikumbusha akiwa bunge wakati pameongewa hapa that it is only Dome wa Magata who had the courage. The gate of parliament that is between parliament and county hall is only Dome who could bring pigs and blood. Na thakame agurete ndaha ndagureti. No munyaka wakwa my brother Paul domene ahuriye thimu rucini akenjira umuthi ucarie gwa kuingirira. And Mwita was reminding me when they served in parliament oria mahureirwo gate-inĩ ĩyo. Special branch officers masquerading as Masai Morans, Mena James Orengo. But years later, Dome had the courage not only to bring pigs and blood to the gates of parliament, but to call MPs as we all walked in MPigs. So mukitafuta nani alibandika ma MP kuwaita MPigs is a man we are celebrating. Mukitafuta nani aliita hawa MCAs mnapigia kelele hapa panya ondoa panya movement ni nani? Ni Dome. And I say that because we can all speak volumes and write books about the man that we are laying to rest here. The work he has done in the human rights field, together with akina Gedhuku. Gedhuku anajua mahali tulianzana tukiwa university. That time when we were at the university, mutugateri joya doraga demuririkanagia na kerere ya horirwo ne nyayo. Haria Holy Family Basilica. I was a young, energetic and very fast and swift young man. Neithu twahurire jeshi la mzee na mahiga tukimaigata, and we rescued Reverend Joy and took him to Nairobi Hospital. And he gave me a number I still keep today, Evangelist Kamau, Joke de Mwethe, demuhure thimu nigetha oke amuteithie for eventually even to get Mrs. Njoya to come to the hospital, Nairobi Hospital. Therefore, we have a long history with this gentleman that we celebrate his life today. And on our public service, he never relented. Even in his last few days, I remember the MCA that you are making noise at, MCA Kamau from Kikuyu, he found them at Tulia Gardens here with a group of other activists speaking to issues pertaining to the management of Kiambu County affairs. Na kama wake urathi mwakejera domene aragwetha gemoria muma nake gotwe nake haha, and I spoke to him, and he had concerns on how the county government of Kiambu is being run, autonomy, financial autonomy and independence of the county assemblies, and we spoke at length. And he told me he has even submitted issues. He had submitted issues of concern to him to EACC on matters touching on governance. Kugo ona tukeria maundu maria mothe turaria to celebrate muturire wa Dome. Let us agree with my brother Paul Mwite to mourn and celebrate at the same time, because we are celebrating a great man. As we say, Paul to the family, and as we celebrate his achievements. To the children, please carry on the legacy that Dome has left. Na ithuĩ tũrĩ andũ a Kikuyu, we also carry on with that legacy. Us as leaders, as my brother Paul Mwite has said, we have a duty and an obligation to speak the truth, say things as they are. And I was telling my brother, our presidential candidate for Safina in the last elections, Jimmy Wanjege, who is my good friend, that we know and we appreciate and we feel the suffering of our people. And we appreciate where we are as a country. What counts today for those of us in positions of leadership is what Paul Mwite is saying. What shall we do to correct what ails us today as a country? Without fear. And I want to assure you, my brother Paul Mwite, yes, I have tea with the president. And we discuss how we will sort out the problems, including the economic problems that we have as a country. And I want to assure you, we will sort them out. Let me also take this opportunity, my brother Paul Mwite, Mheshimiwa, to thank you and congratulate you, because you and our late brother Dome You have been good living examples for us. You taught us how to speak the truth, how to say things as they are. And I thank you, even in your post-political retirement, you are still not shying away from the truth. That recently, when we spoke about challenges that bedevil part of our judicial system, you spoke out, even in your tweets, even calling on an institution like LSK, where you once served as the chair of LSK, that we must all be open to the truth if we are to fix the problems in this country. Part of the reason why we are in the trouble we are in is because of past cases of state capture and corruption in our country, including corruption in the judiciary. And I thank you, Paul, because you have not shied away from stating facts as they are. That we go to a point where even part of our judiciary system was captured by the former regime. And if we don't deal with those issues today, we may think it's challenges between government and those in the judiciary or those who are in court with government. But the dispensation of justice is critical to us, even as individuals in this country. And I thank you, Paul, because you have not shied away to call a spade a spade. Those who are corrupt in the judiciary must be called out for corruption without undermining the independence of the judiciary. And let me finish by emphasizing that we have no intent at all in undermining the independence of the judiciary. But matters touching on corrupt judicial officers, including corrupt members of the bar, lawyers who are members of LSK, and I want to challenge the chairman of LSK today to be as bold as Paul Mwite when he was chair LSK, to call out those of his members who are engaged in corruption, because they are the conduits of corruption within the judiciary. Kwa hivyo nikimalizia, niwaambie tumeanza mwaka mpya. Ni kweli tuko na shida mingi kama nchi, lakini hizo shida, if we have intent to sort them out, we must be able to sort them out for the benefit of the people of Kenya. Lastly, and I know this comes with a lot of fire from many people, I have said, and Jimmy Wanjego was reminding me, telling me, if you are to deal with the problems that you are living with today, the route you have taken of pushing through a state capture commission bill, you have to make it a reality. Jimmy, let me tell you in public that I have no other intention but to make sure the state capture bill becomes a reality, not sponsored by government, not as a bill by the leader of majority, but as a private member's bill, as a member of parliament for Kikuyu, where we believe in nothing but the truth. Like Dome believed in nothing but the truth. My predecessor, Paul Mwite, believes in nothing but the truth. I intend to pursue that state capture bill so that even as we forge forward, we'll be informed of our past. Sababu ya masaa na mvua, wacha nikomee hapo. Na kwa heshima, nimuulize waziri wetu, Alice Wahome, ambaye ni waziri wetu wa mashamba na urbanization na housing, aje atusalimie. And also a lady and a leader who has worked with Dome and